Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 23 of the Rush That Base series. This is that series where we took a max Town Hall 7 and we upgraded all the way to Town Hall 12 for the sake of those higher level troops, as well as those siege machines, and helping you guys out that have been rushing your bases. Naughty, naughty. If you're new to this channel and you just so happen to stumble upon this video in particular, this is not my main account. This is my main account. So we've had a couple of comments in the previous episodes saying, oh my god, you're so rushed, and yada yada yada, what can you teach me that's so better? I'm not gonna lie to you, I totally understand. If I happen to see a base like this in a video, I would be like, gotta go, bro. Like, straight up. So anyways, we are going to talk about what is possibly the best potion available to you as a rush player. And as you can tell, we did our last episode, we got the gold pass, and we're trying to speed things up a little bit. This is about 3 months worth of progress. We've been doing some upgrading. Our clan castle is still going. The eagle artillery is still going. We've done a few levels on our king and queen. Obviously, these are not our natural levels because we have a hero potion going right now. So by far, I believe that the best potions available to us as rush players are the power potion and the hero potion. And I'm going to get into my Clan War League hits in this video and show you the difference between a 3-star and a very hopeful 2-star, and you'll understand why as you see the replays. Now we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of rating because I did unlock my level 7 goblin, and we do have the sneaky goblin. So I did happen to spend off 50,000 dark elixir. Trust me, it hurt my heart a little bit to do it. But we're going to see if they're worth the buy because we have a little bit of stuff that we can do here. I did not bring any spells here. Man, what was I thinking? I need some jump spells here. So I'm going to have to definitely train up some spells for the rest of this video. Looks like we have a pretty dead base here. Not too bad. Not too bad. We don't even have a wall wrecker. Oh my gosh. So I did a Clan War League strike earlier, and I didn't train up the rest of my army. I just trained up the sneaky goblins, and that was it. So way to go me, right? All right, so let's go ahead and burn off some of these sneaky gobs. Go ahead and grab some loot there, some loot there. And they work out really well. They're really powerful. They pick up the loot very fast. They move quickly, but they also get caught up on walls like this. So that's something that you do have to worry about because they're only invisible for a few seconds. And then obviously they are revealed to all the defenses. But we do want to get in here and try to take down the town hall and at least secure the win. So let's go ahead and bring our mid-level heroes. These aren't even mid-level heroes. Level 22 and level 20. That is just, that's not even close to mid-level. Okay, so I could definitely use a jump spell right about now, but we're going to do our best to try to get inside the base. We got a wizard tower sitting right there, and those goblins are going to have to run, run, run. Go, boys, go. All right, so let's go ahead and try to get some in here to the town hall. We'll use the Grand Warden's ability right there to take down this town hall. The goblins are caught up on a wall. Can they cut through fast enough? Use the Grand Warden's ability before he dies, and we're going to grab that town hall and secure the win right there. And it looks like we were able to get a bulk of the loot, so let's go ahead and bail from this and jump into a Clan War League strike that happened yesterday. Okay, so before we get into the Clan War League hits, there's some things about this account that you really truly need to understand. If you are playing like this and you have never played at a higher level, there are some major changes, and it's very difficult for me as a high level player at Town Hall 13 with a level 70 Queen, level 70 Barb King, and a level 50 Grand Warden to drop down and have a completely different mindset when it comes to attacking. Up there I have all those maxed out options and I'm used to playing with those troops, and then I drop down to accounts like this where I have a level 15 King and a level 16 Queen, and just everything changes. There's so many differences that it's really hard to explain unless you've played with those higher level heroes. There's certain things that you will see in other videos that you cannot replicate no matter how hard you try. I've seen so many YouTube videos, and I've been notorious of recording videos with higher level attacks, and then players go out and try to copy those attacks and they can't do those lengthy queen charges like you see in the video. These heroes just cannot do it. So I have to keep that in the back of my head when I go into a war attack. Now also with that, I have only a few options at my disposal. You know that throughout the last 3 months, we've been working on upgrading our miners. We got them to level 4. We've been working on our goblins for farming, and that's about as far as we've gotten, as well as the healers. We got the healers, so we can do some queen walks, but not very good because we haven't maxed her out yet. But as we transition into those clan war armies, like the witches and the bowlers, we don't have those yet. I mean, we got the witches being unlocked right now. The bowlers are like next in the lineup, like 2 levels later. So those are armies that I have to completely completely disregard, and I'm really just reliant on a miner army. That's all I really have at my disposal. So this is where the power potion really comes into play, and we're going to jump into day 5 of the Clan War Leagues. And so my base was able to maintain a 2-star. I don't know how that was possible. I really and truly don't, because my base is so rushed that they only got 83%. But that's not what we're going to watch. We're going to watch this attack on number 9. And so number 9 was equally a very rushed base, as you can see. And a lot of you out there are probably seeing this base and you're just like, oh, come on, that's a joke. I could do, you know, and I understand that. Most of you probably can. But then there's also a lot of players out there that cannot. And so those are the players that we want to try to help here. So when I was selecting my army, I have to select something that I am familiar with. And in this case, we had the best troop that I have available on my Town Hall 12 or my rush base is the miners. I don't have the witches. I don't have the bowlers. I don't have bat spells. So all of those armies that you see on YouTube do not apply to you. You have to use something that you know how to use. And since we are using miners, we know that we have to make sure that we check the clan castle troops. If there's an electro dragon inside the CC or a golem or something like that, the miners will get shut down every single time, no matter whether you have a power potion or not. So we did make sure we checked the CC, and we didn't have to worry about it because there wasn't anything inside the CC. But if there was, I would have more than likely had to adjust my plan and come in through the top side of the base with a queen walk. The only reason why I'm very thankful that there was no clan castle troops is because we have a single target inferno tower, which would have required me to bring more freeze spells, because you have to get that queen in there to take it down, or you have to use freeze spells to keep her alive. Once she's locked onto with that single target, it is over. You can forget it. Either you got to freeze it or you have to use her ability. So we came in through the bottom side with the queen walk, and we're going to focus on getting a queen walk in this location to do what's called funneling. We want to clear these exterior buildings out. We want to clear these buildings right here to ensure that our miners do exactly what we want them to do. So I wanted the miners to go up into this multi-target inferno tower and go directly towards the core. And so what that means is that I have to clear out these exterior buildings over here, and that's where the Barb King is going to come into play. So we got this queen dropped, and we have lower level queen versus these lower level defenses. This base is perfect for the level of my troops right this second. Now, if I had to have a level 50 queen or a level 60 queen, this would have been complete overkill, and it would have been completely unnecessary. That would have been way too much troops for the base that we were facing. So you'll notice that we have that king over to the far right, and he's clearing buildings. We have the siege barracks as well. Now, here's the thing about the siege barracks. Even though you used a power potion, the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards that come from the siege barracks do not also increase. That doesn't make any sense, but that's just the way it is. So we have the level 1 P.E.K.K.A. and we have level 4 wizards coming from the siege barracks. It's kind of silly if you ask me. So at this point, you'll notice that we have the hogs coming in, we have the miners coming in, and we're going to drop that Grand Warden with them. Queen did her job. You'll notice that the queen did her job. She cleared all these bottom side buildings. The king did his job. He cleared all these exterior buildings up here. And so our miners and hogs have a clear path to lock onto targets inside the core of this base, going exactly where we wanted them to go. And so we're going to use our heal spells to keep our troops alive and moving throughout the base. They're going to target these high hit point elixir collectors. There's going to be some skeleton traps that we're going to use a poison spell on, and then we're going to use a rage spell in the core to get rid of that town hall. Even though it's a level 1 Giga Tesla, it's still very dangerous. So we're going to use that Grand Warden's ability to get them through that engagement and get them moving onto the back side of the base. And so once we get to this portion of the base, really we're home free, because the hard part's really over. The town hall's down, we've secured the 2-star, and we should be good to go. Now the level of defenses here versus the level 6 miners, this is kind of where you have a little bit of overkill for your army, but this is where your power potion comes into play and makes you really feel more confident about attacking. That's the way I feel about it, to be honest. If you're not a good attacker and you need a confidence boost, you really just use a power potion and boost your army up. That way you get to play with those higher level heroes or those higher level troops, and you'll really get to understand the full power of what you could have at your disposal once you upgrade your troops. And it really gives you a little bit of a confidence boost and make you feel like you're a better attacker, you know, by hitting stuff like this. So that's going to be a nice 3-star right there. But from here, we're going to go ahead and jump into the second attack for today's attack, which happened to be a 2-star, and I'll show you what happened there. In this second replay, you're going to notice a major difference in the defensive levels as well as the base design. And we also had clan castle troops on this base. Now we have that army boosted up by the power potion, which is a really good thing, but you only get 5 levels out of the hero potion, which only boosts our levels right now up to 20 and 22. This is not enough for this type of base. So I really went into this base with the mindset of there's no way I'm going to be able to 3-star it, but I should be able to secure a pretty solid 2-star. And realistically, that's what a lot of you guys out there are trying to do anyways. So when I looked at the base, I checked the clan castle and I made sure that there was something in it. So we know that there's something in it. We need to make sure that we queen walk this side of the base and try to get the wall wrecker into this location here, get the wall wrecker to the core with the Valkyries and try to take down the town hall and get rid of it. Now I would love to get rid of an eagle artillery when I'm having to deal with a queen walk / miner, because the miners get wrecked by the eagle artillery. They just get completely destroyed. So we're going to come in on this base with the mindset that we're going to do a little bit of queen walking. We are going up against higher level defenses, so we really have to pay attention to this queen walk. We're going to use the balloon to look for seeking air mines and try to save the life of our healers. We got a baby dragon off to the far left to clear out some buildings. We found hidden Teslas, which is never a good thing for our baby dragon. And so the baby dragon's only able to clear like 3 or 4 buildings before getting taken out. And so we're going to use that Barb King a little bit closer to our queen than what we would like. So he is so low a level that bringing him in over here on this archer tower, he would get completely mutilated versus these cannons. So we wanted to try to clear out the buildings and ensure that the queen goes inside the base and not around the outside of the base. But I also needed to worry about this air defense as well. That's something to take into consideration. So this queen is taking so long. She's taking so long to get into these buildings that I have to use the wall wrecker a little bit earlier than I would like. And so the wall wrecker is going to get inside the base, but we also have to take into consideration the fact that we have an expo, we have this cannon, and we have this inferno tower targeting that wall wrecker. I need this wall wrecker to get into the town hall's compartment, so we're going to have to take care of this situation. So we're going to drop a poison spell way early, drop a freeze spell to stop that balloon from dropping bombs on our wall wrecker, and it's going to give our wall wrecker a little bit of time to maneuver through these buildings and get to the town hall's location. So we're going to drop a rage spell on the queen and the Valkyries where the town hall's at. Now the Valkyries are going to be unsuccessful because there's nothing there to assist versus the stage 3 Giga Tesla. On the queen's situation, she has to deal with this high-level lava hound. And so I've seen multiple comments over the years saying, what's the point of a lava hound in the clan castle? Versus lower-level heroes, this is the reason why. Because she should have been inside the base by now. She should have been taking down this expo. She should have been taking out that inferno tower. But instead, she's dealing with that lava hound, now dealing with lava pups. And she's still back there dealing with them. So we had to shift our plan just a little bit. And now we have to try to funnel out a little bit and get our miners inside the base to take down the town hall. Now that queen's level was not high enough. Even though we used her ability, she was unable to take out anything else because the eagle artillery just dropped the gusto on her and took her out like it was nothing. But we were able to get the miners into this location. We're going to use the Grand Warden's ability and we're going to take down the town hall, getting a nice solid 2-star. So far the 1-star, but the miners are going to continue to progress on this path. We will use the heal spells to keep them alive to take down these expos. They get a little distracted on that queen in the core and then they'll retarget and take down a building or two in there. And we have this group that's on the outside that has the healers now located on them. So we will get the 53. I think we get all the way up to 62%. But the point behind this is, and the reason why I showed this replay is that if you're out there thinking that you can take down bases like this with low level heroes and without siege machines, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're going to have a very difficult time trying to do this because those higher level heroes belong on these types of bases. Those low level heroes belong back at like Town Hall 9, back at like Town Hall 10. And if you're trying to believe that you can take down these bases and 3-star them, it's just not possible. It really and truly isn't. But this is just a good example of, how you could use your army and try to secure the 2-star that you're after, and the reason why the power potion is so amazing for a rush player. All right, so I guess we're gonna have to finish up this video with one more attack. I've spent a little bit more time on clan war than I had hoped to do in this video. So we're going to use our new sneaky goblins to start clearing out a little bit of resources on this very dead base. And so I understand that a lot of you guys out there want to do really, really well in your clan war leagues. You want to do really well in clan wars, but you really have to place farming first to gain the levels that you need to have in order to be able to do the things that you see in these videos. There's so many amazing attackers out there, but the attackers, they have levels and they have hero levels and things like that that you just might not have. So you don't get down on yourself and don't think that you just can't do it, because you can do it over time. Once you gain the levels that are necessary for the Town Hall level that you are currently at, in this case, we're a Rush player at Town Hall 12. Once we have all those things unlocked and once we've been able to gain some more additional levels, we should be able to do a lot of the things that we see in those videos. And I understand that a lot of you out there might feel like the things that you see in videos like this and you think that it makes me look like a poor player. I get it, I understand, but that's not necessarily the case. I've got a ton of experience when it comes to facing off against higher level bases. I've been to Legend Leagues multiple times, and it's really a really good time when you have those higher level troops to do those types of things. But until you obtain those things, it's just not possible to do just yet. All right, so it looks like we're going to see our sneaky gobs go through the wall and target these resources right here. So we kind of jumped the gun on placing our jump spell, but unfortunately, let's go ahead and freeze this wizard tower. Let's go ahead and rage up these gobs, see if they can cut through the wall and get through the town hall locations. Drop a heal spell. They're going to get to the town hall. We forgot to drop our Grand Warden, but it's okay, not that big of a deal. Sneaky gobs for the win right here, taking down the town hall and grabbing all of the resources off this base. They're pretty good, man. They're outstanding. Now, I don't know if they were worth 50k yet because I haven't been able to fill the gap on that just yet, but we're going to continue to farm a little bit and do our best to regain that 50k plus whatever else we can gain from using these guys. This is the army that I'm using to farm with right now. It's a really good time if you have these levels unlocked. So hopefully you were able to get something out of the video today, guys. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and turn on those notifications if you enjoy watching us every single day. If you need any additional help, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.